So, what are your thoughts on the usage of social media in general for young adults?
I think it's not necessarily some like huge bad thing or super great thing. I feel like it's really dependent on each individual person. I think because it can be so addictive, it has a lot of potential to become a bad thing. But I think it's really dependent on the individual and kind of like assessing how it makes you feel. But I definitely think because there is this sort of like addictive scrolling habit that we all kind of get into, that you really have to like be careful with your relationship with it, I think.
Yeah. What is your main reason for removing yourself from social media, and how long have you not had it?
I deleted my Instagram specifically a little bit over a year ago now, and my initial reason was kind of because I felt like I was performing on there a little bit, and I felt like I wasn't being super genuine, and that's something that's really important to me. And I think another thing I noticed was I am normally a very secure, confident person, and I don't love comparing myself to others, but I kind of noticed that when I was on the app, I would kind of get in this weird like comparison mindset, and I really didn't like that because that's not how I normally am. So I feel like I kind of wanted to try taking a step back and kind of see if that would help. And for me, it really did. It kind of made me focus on everything that's directly around me versus this huge platform with all these people that are traveling all these places. It kind of helped me like focus on my immediate life and the people that were immediately around me. And I feel like that helped me with gratitude too. It kind of helped me be grateful for what I do have. And I think it was like a good way to kind of get out of that cycle of comparing myself to others when I was on the app.
Yeah, and so as a college student where social media is such a big part of so many young adults' lives, what are the benefits of not having social media?
Yeah, I think one benefit, kind of like I was talking about, like it just kind of allows you to focus on what's really important in your life. Obviously, one less app to scroll through, even if, like, for me, I still have TikTok, but even just deleting Instagram, that cut out a lot of time in my day. And I think it also helps you be more intentional with the people that you do want to stay connected to, because it's so easy to feel like you're connecting with people because you're liking their posts, you're commenting. But now that I'm not on Instagram, like if I want to see what someone's doing and I haven't talked to them in a while, like I got to reach out and text them. So I think it kind of puts things in perspective and helps you focus on what's important in your life. So I think that's a cool part of taking
Yeah,
a break.
for sure. Are there any like downsides of not having social media?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like social media, I think it can be great in a lot of ways too. I'm not the type of person that is like, oh, it's terrible for everyone. Again, it's kind of a person by person thing, in my opinion. So I think it's important to assess your personal relationship with it. And a lot of people really have fun with it. A lot of people find it to be like a creative outlet, they find it as a way to connect with old friends. And so I think there's a lot of ways that it can be fun and it can help you express yourself. And it can be a really great way to like just talk to others and stay in contact. But I think again, it's just important to assess how you're feeling every time you use the app and be like, is this actually making me feel good, or is this maybe affecting me negatively?
Okay, and it's okay if you don't have an opinion, but if you do, on the mental health factors that social media has on young adults.
Yeah, I think there's a potential for it obviously to impact your mental health negatively, just because it is sort of a highlight reel of everyone's lives. And that's sort of what I started noticing, was I was comparing myself to everyone's greatest, life experiences, their greatest picture, their greatest vacation. And it's not really realistic. And I think if you're able to realize that and use the app, then great. But if you're starting to notice that it's taking you down this cycle of like comparing yourself to others, like, yeah, I think that can definitely be detrimental to your mental health because it's so in our face all the time. So I think being able to take a little step back, especially when you really need it, is super important for your mental health.